Hello, Level D here, and welcome back. This is Starmade. If you do not know what Starmade is, Starmade has recently gone to greenlight. It is another voxel engine, although unlike Minecraft, this is set in space and you build spaceships. This is pretty much what you start out building. This is a very small fighter I have built. Thruster at the back and a couple guns, and it's very quick to maneuver because it's very small. This game does include mass and like the length of the ship to calculate how big your turning circle is. So if you're going to build a massive ship, which we're going to get to later, the turning circle will be slower. So just flying around this ship, just to show you, can't really get perspective on how fast I'm moving, but we'll just, yeah, it's quite hard to see how fast I'm moving in this ship. But just to show you, I'll bind that to 1. So, okay, why aren't you showing me you firing? Ah, that's why. So this ship can fire, and there's a shop there, just so you know. I'm going to show you some of my other bigger ships in a second. This ship has no shields. Oh yes, it does actually have shields. It only has like 1 or 2 shield blocks on it, so the main thing I want to discuss with showing people Starmade is that it is a new canvas. Like, I love Minecraft. I love the ability to build great and wondrous designs. And I saw Starmade having a very, very good potential to be able to build really interesting things. So I'm going to show you my next ship up, and I'll be back in a second. Hello, and we're back. This is my next size up ship. Just so you can see a comparison, this was my first ship and this is my second ship. Now, once you get to kind of around this size ship, you start putting on a lot more cannons, because when you play multiplayer in this game, it's pretty much dog eat dog for a lot of it. People will steal the parts of your ship and add it to their own. A lot of people will make ships out of all guns and all lasers and rockets and stuff like that. I try not to. I try to add a bit of creativity to my ship. And if you do see some missing chunks, that's because I had a pirate battle just before recording this. And there's actually more guns inside the kind of mouth here. I might actually show you a little bit inside, since you can actually have cockpits and cabins. This one's not too good because there's not really much inside. So inside here we've got our cannons. I haven't really used this space very well. I can fill all this up with cannons and all that, but for now I haven't. This is my power supply and some storage blocks. Yeah, you can add gravity and and it's actually really fun to like kind of run around each other's ships and have a look. As long as you don't steal stuff, because as soon as you start stealing stuff, it gets a bit, well, people aren't friendly anymore, and you'll find missiles coming at you. Yeah, this game's still working out some bugs. It's a lot better than when I first started playing it. There are some really good servers out there. There's some good Australian servers, good American servers, and some good European servers. So there's a bit for everybody. Now, this is pretty much where normal people kind of stay at this level, but I wanted to explore what the Starmade canvas could be. Well, how far could I push it. So I'm going to show you my baby. This ship over here. Now this isn't fully complete, but in Minecraft, have you ever done a curved object? Well, try doing a curved hull. This baby took me ages. And I wanted to create a kind of space pirate ship. Kind of literally, with the whole ship part. And it's got its sails. They're rolled up because I could not get any more. This is actually made out of ice, because that was the only thing I could find that was actually white currently. This is made out of red hull, and a lot of pieces at that. And they're all angled. You can get angled blocks in this, so they're angled blocks. So that's that. I tried to make it a bit gardeny. I'm a bit on an angle, so there we go. Because you can have different angles on this. The orientation of this ship is different to the orientation of the ship, which I'm in build mode for that one over there. So the orientation is a bit weird. Little garden. And I'm going to see if I can get in here. Yes, I can. This is kind of like a throne room. Originally I had like icicles coming off the ceiling and all that, but it was way too bright because these are very bright. These ice crystal blocks, I believe. Yeah. Oops. Sorry about the whole thing. Well, the kind of... Oh, there's a block missing there. Why are you missing? Like I said, there are a lot of stuff missing. Can I still fly through the walls? Yes, I can. This ship is very, very, very big. You rarely find ships this big because they move so slow. People build them out of the fun of it, and whoops, gonna have to move back so you can see it all. Yeah. Yes, they move very slow. In actual combat, they're pretty bad for like dogfights and such. But it was just fun to build. Like I just wanted to create something that was interesting, different from what anyone else was creating. And this is the inside. So this is what I meant by making something efficient. I get more efficiency putting these blocks like this than if I had them all in a cluster. I mean, if I had this a solid big chunk through all this part, I would get a lot of energy because these are energy blocks. But the actual efficiency, I'm getting more efficiency building my blocks like this with this amount of blocks than I would if I put them in a chunk, because they spanned over a large area. So pretty much the larger area that they kind of cover, so that's covering from there to this edge, and the same it goes back there. And these are my thrusters, and this is a little complicated because I've kind of layered them in a way that they don't touch, so I get the most efficiency out of them without actually blocking them together. And I just started on power storage because I need a lot more power. I did have a version of this ship that was more advanced. However, that wouldn't load for me in this game. It loads in my multiplayer because I did build this ship in multiplayer. And if you're looking at I've seen my credits. That was before one of the updates. Pirates were... their drops were overpowered, so you could get ridiculously rich like how I did just from raiding pirates. You would need a mid-class ship for that anyway, like I've got over here. This ship wouldn't last, really. It's too big a target. These were going to be turret docks. I was going to have a lot of them. The turrets weren't terribly good at the moment. The AI for them was a bit iffy. And I experimented with having turrets on the side, like the actual proper cannons, but I made those just aesthetics in the other build because when they were firing, I had other turrets up on the top, and when they were firing upwards, because they can fire in pretty much all directions, the turrets weren't kind of considered as part of the ship, so that your own cannons won't hit your own ship, so they'll pass right through it. But because the turrets weren't considered part of the ship, they were very how to put it, they would end up destroying my own turrets, so I had to kind of opt out of that and put most of the turrets at the front, so that they would stop actually getting hit by my own cannon fire. Now, if you look, the ship over here is 3,450 blocks. I think the other one, the small one, is something like 100 and something blocks. It doesn't look that big, but there's a lot of blocks in them. And this ship here is over, I think I hit 120,000 or so. Now, this ship does not play nice with space stations at all. It glitches the hell out. So that might have been fixed. I haven't been on for a little bit, but unfortunately I've been playing Cube World, so this is what I'm going to show you. But to give you another canvas to work on, pretty much. I mean, it's combat based, so you can go fight pirates and you can go build. I wanted to build a big kind of trade city. Pretty much this kind of colossal city floating, and this is one of the shops that the game kind of procedurally generates. I wanted to pretty much build it with this as the center kind of tower, if you will, where ships can come in and buy what they need to buy and go off, because there's a new trade system that came in which made this whole having heaps of money thing, well, kind of fixed it, to be honest. Nothing against it, I actually quite liked the fix. It was a bit where people were getting a bit overpowered really quickly, so yeah, so I'll leave you with the picture of this Colossus. We were thinking, or was thinking of some space whale dropships just for some fun. But I think I've had enough with curves for a little bit. And this is Level D signing out.